Chelsea Football Club, I double dare you to sell Enzo Fernandez. I don't care if Real Madrid want Enzo. Enzo Fernandez cannot be for sale. I don't care if they offer Rodrygo, and the sources in Brazil are saying conversations have started between Rodrygo and Chelsea. I don't care. If it means Enzo's going the other way, we aren't doing it. I'm going to break this story down for all of you. When we got Fabregas, it did not involve selling some of our best players. No, you add quality, you don't take it away. Furthermore, Todd Boehly went to Qatar, and he went to Qatar and he gave an interview, and in this interview he spoke about the new capacity for the stadium. He debunked the myth about clauses, release clauses in players' deals. He spoke about Andrey Santos in name value, and he also spoke about the transfer window that's coming up and how they're going to change a certain way of doing business. I actually loved that final part. Furthermore, Liam Delap thinks he's LeBron James and he's taking his talents to South Beach, the way he's going and meeting everybody. We're going to talk about that. And finally, Benoit Badiashile. Well, it looks like he might be off to Italy, to Milano. Very lovely place. I love that city. But we are going to talk about it, and there's one condition that needs to happen for him to go there. But before we get started, number one, hit that like button. It's the best way you can support the channel. If you're subscribed, you watch on a daily basis, you have no excuse but to just hit that like button, because you clearly like me and you like the content I deliver. If you're new, subscribe. It's for free. Genuinely, you'll get notified with all the Chelsea news. Yesterday, I spoke about Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, and Man United. So you get football updates as well. So come on, it's a busy summer period, a lot of news. You will enjoy it. And now, finally, what you can do in the comments below. Enzo Fernandez for Rodrygo. If it was a swap, would you do it? Yes or no? Let's get it started. Enzo Fernandez joined Chelsea Football Club whilst I was in Portugal, and he joined Chelsea Football Club and I was over the moon. And for me, this was a statement signing. This was a player that done really well at the World Cup. This was meant to be the next big thing in world football. And you know what? He's got the hype around him. He's got the marketability around him. And this year, in my opinion, his performances have been up to the level. Nobody is talking about his price. It's the same with Caicedo. However, now it looks like he's lost the weight, he looks lean, he looks mean, he's scoring goals, he's keeping assists, he's back with his missus, he's happy, he's a family man again, and all of a sudden, we're getting these stories I don't really like. Stories that yesterday I chose to ignore, I didn't want to talk about it. And now, so much has come out where I'm like, this stinks. I'm smelling the poop. I know there's a madness done on the outside of my house. I need to go check it out, but it means I might have to deal with it. And in this case, we're going to have to deal with it, and we're going to have to be adults. I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. That's why you come to the Kavkas View. Let's get into it. Reports in Spain are now suggesting Real Madrid want to add another Galactico signing, as if they don't have enough talent or in that squad already. They want to add another Galactico signing after the Club World Cup. The reports in Spain saying the player is unnamed. He'll cost north of 100 million. They believe they can get the deal done as long as the conditions are right. Straight away, in my stupid head, I'm like, William Saliba. We've heard everything about William Saliba. We know they're looking for another centre-half after Huijsen. Happy days, they're going to screw Arsenal over. Then, an Argentinian radio station and an Argentinian reporter in Spain sits down and goes, oh yeah, Enzo Fernandez after the Club World Cup, Real Madrid are going to try get this deal done. And they're going to aim to get this done. And it's one of those moves that could be done. And I see this and I'm like, bro, this guy's trying to make a name for himself. This is somebody that is actively out there to light a fire, annoy me, and he's 100% done that. And in the meantime, generate a name for himself. So I choose to ignore it. Today, I'm sitting there, I'm on my phone, and all of a sudden, more reports like this are coming out. And the big one here, sources in Brazil have said Chelsea are in talks, not with Real Madrid, with Rodrygo about the possibility of him joining. And now I'm doing mathematics. Now I'm doing trigonometry. Now I'm doing a word search. Now I'm doing a crossword. Now I'm absolutely puzzling things together like I'm doing a Sudoku. Yeah? And what am I seeing here? Real Madrid want a £100 million player. We've seen reports earlier this summer that a lot of the Argentinian players have been trying to persuade him to go to Atletico Madrid. We know Real Madrid are interested in him and they're looking for his profile to replace Kroos. We know that they're going to go and get a £100 million player. I think it's William Saliba, but all of a sudden it ends up being my boy. And all of a sudden we're talking to Rodrygo and we're willing to get this deal. We know he's for sale as well. I'm not reaching here. I might be reaching, but I'm telling you now, I'm triggered. This is a plea to Chelsea Football Club. I don't know who watches from the other side, from the Chelsea side. I don't know whether it's Todd, whether it's Boehly, whether it's Weiss, whether it's the chief executive, whether it's anybody at Chelsea, the groundsman, the tea lady, the players. Don't let Enzo Fernandez go. We can't let Enzo Fernandez go. Enzo Fernandez, for me, has finally gone through his teething issues. You do not go through the bad part with someone to not benefit from the good parts. Especially because we brought him into the league, he struggled. He acclimatized, he got injured. He got his hernia operation, he came back and he looks lean, mean, strong, absolutely ready to go through whatever it takes. Now what? We're going to move him on to bring Rodrygo in. So now the argument I've seen is we've got Santos coming in, we've got Caicedo, we've got Lavia, and we've got Usugu. Why do we need Enzo if we can upgrade the left wing? How about, let me give you a wild idea. How about you go and spend the money on the left winger and we have those options and the Enzo? Why do we have to sacrifice something? Real Madrid, when they got Huijsen this summer, didn't say, you know what, we got Huijsen, Rodrygo needs to go. Or Mbappe can go. They don't do that. Big clubs, proper clubs don't do that. And this Rodrygo story, if Rodrygo wants to come, get it done. Yesterday, I spoke about Anthony Gordon. And for those of you that don't know, we were linked very strongly with Anthony Gordon yesterday. At the end of the video, I'll leave a link so you can go check it out. People had a meltdown. That's not the caliber of player we should be going after. But for me, I'm going to say beggars can't be choosers. You're giving me Garnacho and Gittins. If I get Anthony Gordon, I'm over the moon. And in this situation, if Rodrygo is a real possibility, you're chatting to his team, to his entourage, to his agents, to his professionals, to his lawyers, to his bankers, to his mum, to his dad, whoever he has representing him, go and secure the talent. Pay the 300k. Do not waste my time. Do not get rid of Enzo Fernandez. And what worries me is Enzo Fernandez is Argentinian. He speaks Spanish. I can see him living in Madrid. I've been to Madrid. It's so much nicer than London. I've been there. It's beautiful, sunny, lovely weather. People are nice, chatting Spanish, yada, yada, yada. He'll be like he's in Buenos Aires again. And for me, I'm worried. People are going to say, Alex, you're panicking. I'm panicking. He's one of my favourite players. Boehly's chilling in Qatar. He's got his Lamborghini. He went out there, got somebody in a brand new bikini. Whatever that chant is, it's wavy, it's lovely. I heard it when I went to the game. I was absolutely laughing my head off. But, and this is where it gets interesting, Boehly's actually in Qatar. And he's smiling, he's sitting there and he's talking. And one of the things he spoke about was the players that we've acquired. And he said, look, we've built a portfolio of great young players. The fact that he called it a portfolio and not a squad tells you how they view us. We are a stock agency for them. We're an asset portfolio. They view each player as basically a market, right? Each player is an asset on the stock market and we have it at the moment and we can offload it at any moment. That's how they view us. It's okay. I don't care. But he said this and it was very interesting. He basically said, majority of the spending's done, now it's going to be more tailored. And for me, that was music to my ears. That is a Rodrygo. That is an Osimhen. That is a centre-back. That is a great goalkeeper. And if you do that, it means you've addressed all the points. I don't need you to go spend 250 million, 600 million, 500 million, 1.25 billion. I just need you to spend 200 wisely. 2-3 players, good wages, trim the squad around to make that money up, and that's it. If we break on a net even spend, I'll be over the moon. Genuinely, I don't even need you to push too much because I believe in the development of Enzo, Caicedo, Palmer, Lavia, Colwell, Reese, Cucurella. I think we've got great tools there. What I need you to do now is supplement them. Give them a little bit of creatine, you know that one, a little bit of energy, pump them up a little bit more. But it's the key here, and I liked what he said. The other thing he did was debunk a stupid myth that's been going around the Chelsea community, right? Every now and then you see these Muppets trying to pretend they're ITKs. Oh, my mum's dad's friend, cousin, brother, uncle, nan is the driver for X, Y, Z, and Z, and they told me player X has a release clause. Well, he said not one player in our squad at this moment in time has a release clause. We do not put release clauses in players' contracts so that they can leave. We want to keep our best talent. Basically, that's what he said, right? I'm paraphrasing here. What we need to take away from that message is we are not a selling club. If we sell, it's because the fee is stupid. Not because someone twists our hand, we have no choice. They come into our house, open our fridge, eat our food and dip. Our best players do not have clauses, meaning if we do not make the Champions League, they cannot leave easily. And for me, that is pivotal in building a big squad. One thing I got very excited about, and it's Andrey Santos, right? For those of you that don't know, Santos went to Strasbourg, absolutely bodied it there. He had the best time, became their captain in a few games, led the team to a 7th place finish, really good finish, potentially still given them Conference League, so they're going to get a little European experience. However, he released his statement saying he's leaving, and a lot of fans have been worried, and a lot of fans have been panicking. And they've been panicking why? Because we know Bayern Munich, PSG, Arsenal, and other clubs are all interested. And for me, what they can be interested, the club better not sell them. You don't sell your best assets. We keep these assets, they do well for us, we do well, they grow with us, we reward them with new contracts. Simple, really, common sense. And this is where it gets very interesting. Todd Boehly said, we're keen to develop in the Club World Cup, we're keen to do really well at the Club World Cup. One of the players we're most excited about is Andrey Santos. He's going to be with us. We're really keen to see what he can offer. That was music to my ears. That was a cartwheel. That was basically them confirming a new signing, them telling me they are a serious institution when it comes to maintaining the best young talent who is around. Andrey Santos, I do not exaggerate when I say this, is one of the best young talents in the world. People talk about Yamal, people talk about Estevao, people talk about Kendry Pies, people talk about Inwanyeri, Miles Lewis Skelly. I think he's up there with them. That's how good he is. For me, I rate him more than I would rate Estevao. What I've seen Santos do, in my opinion, he's up there with João Neves, Vitinha, those players that people rate. I think he can do just as well and just as good. And the fact that we're adding him to our squad. The final thing is regarding the stadium. So a lot of people don't understand this, but Chelsea Football Club need a new stadium. Whilst I love Stamford Bridge, whilst I go to Stamford Bridge, and every time I'm there, I just go, you might be tiny, but you're our stadium, and I love you. Like, I genuinely love going into the bridge. I love the atmosphere. I love when we score, when they slap the boards. I absolutely adore it, right? It's a beautiful stadium from the outside. However, I am not stupid. I'm not deluded. I am honest and I am realistic. We need a bigger one. We even need to branch it out and make it bigger. And we finally got to know the capacity that Boehly is looking for. He believes we should get somewhere between somewhere to 65,000 people. It's going to say million. I don't know if we can fit the whole of the UK in a stadium if they want to come. But 65,000. And this is where it gets interesting because he said the Oscar site is something that he'd be interested about. For me, that is wonderful news. We've got the number now, we can work it out, and the fact that they're interested in Oscar makes me smile a lot because Oscar is close enough for us to keep our roots, close enough for us to have the same transport, and it's close enough for us not to be worried how long it's going to take. So that's great news. I'm happy about it. It is what it is. Let's move on with the rest of the video. But like I said, if you made it this far, please subscribe. Honestly, you subscribing lets other YouTube know that you're enjoying this content. It sends it to you and it sends it to other people that this channel's growing. You might want to watch this channel out. So please, if you don't want to do it for yourselves, do it for me. I greatly appreciate it. The Delap tour. Listen, I don't know if you lot watch the NBA, right? But remember when LeBron James was leaving the Cavaliers and he was basically going around meeting with teams and they was getting wined and dined, he was getting dinners, he was getting presents, he was literally treated like a celebrity, right? Which he is LeBron James. Well, Liam Delap's doing the same thing. And Liam Delap's sitting down, meeting with a lot of people. So Laurie Whitwell reports that Liam Delap has met with Manchester United's executives and they're trying to sell him on the project and they're trying to persuade him to join. And for me, this makes me laugh because football has massively fallen off when Liam Delap, championship player, has got Chelsea, Newcastle and Arsenal, Chelsea, Newcastle, Man United, Aston Villa that we know of, basically over a barrel, persuading them to, like, at their mercy to say, please sign for us. It is absolutely embarrassing that football has fallen this far because he is a young talent that isn't all that. He's had one season at the top flight. This isn't Lamine Yamal. This isn't Pedri. This is Liam Delap, who hasn't even got an international England cap. And all because he's £30 million. And for me, it's hilarious because what this means is he's meeting with, I think, Newcastle in this coming week. And there's a meeting with Chelsea as well. I don't know what these lot are saying, but get the PowerPoints ready because Somebody that watches my channel, Montel, I always mention him actually. He said something really interesting to me. You're being fussy about Delap. What do you think happens if we don't get Delap? Who are we going after? And I swear to God, something clicked in my brain. I want Osimhen, I want Gyökeres, I want them to step up and be a serious club. But if they want Delap and they don't get Delap and they're gonna go find me someone that's another experiment, I'm about to lose it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna panic, and you guys, you don't like me when I panic. You know what I mean? Like, I start whining, I start being annoying. However, I am very transparent. I drink some cold water and I calm down. It is what it is. However, Liam Delap has turned into LeBron James. He's taken his talent somewhere. We're going to find out where it is, but I'll guarantee you it won't be as pretty as South Beach. The final story is regarding Baresi. So, Santi from L'Equipe is my second favorite French journalist. Doing this job that I do here, I get to learn about journalists from all over the world. You know, Fabrizio Romano, I learn about Fabrice Hawkins, and then Santi now is one of my favorites. When he says something, I tend to listen. And what Santi's saying is, there's the player called Besic. He is at Inter Milan. He's a centre half. He's really tall, really quick. I've seen him play a few times. I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but it looks like West Ham are interested and trying to make the deal happen and to have a fee. If that fee gets triggered, they are happy to sell. One of the players they will come in for is Baresi. They believe Baresi is good enough to go there. What are my thoughts? Number one, a lot of Chelsea fans said, why aren't we going after Besic? I don't know whether Besic is good enough for us. I do not feel like Besic is the level of player we should be going after. I think we already have Trevor Chalobah, Joshua Chempong, Levi Colwell, Wesley Fofana. We need one more, and I think that one more needs to be an empowering centre-half, someone that elevates us, someone that has guaranteed Prem experience preferably, or has guaranteed experience at the top level, as in Champions League, consistent, proven, week in, week out player. So that's my preference. Baresi needs to leave Chelsea. I like Baresi before anybody's thing, right? I think Baresi has had a really rough end of the stick, and he's been, in my opinion, a victim of Chelsea's aggressive spending. Let me explain. Baresi joined, under Potter, he played well next to Thiago Silva. Everybody was excited about the idea of it. What happened? That summer, they acquired, if I'm not mistaken, Disasi. They acquired a few more players. Levi Colwell returned, if I'm not mistaken. And Baresi now started battling for his position. Not only did he start battling for his position, his injuries started heightening. More injuries, out for longer. And when he returns, limited game time, one-off occasion games, mistakes, and Baresi has been left out in the cold. And what has happened to Baresi is he hasn't played well for a while now. And when he does have one good game, he follows it up with a bad one. What he needs is consistent game time so he can develop and build into the player that he was meant to be. I don't know whether he's going to be world class, but what I do know is he's not trash. He is not trash. He is just a player that isn't up to Chelsea standard right now. And the problem is the club and the manager are not willing to give him time to develop, and I don't blame him. I don't want them to give him the time to develop. Sell him, let him move on, let us get our money back for what we spent on him. We will get a profit on the book, and it's time for him to move on. He needs to recreate his career. That's my opinion on the issue. Whether it happens or not, I think he's one of the players to watch in the summer, because we are going to be very busy at selling players. However, one player we have been linked with is Anthony Gordon. And a lot of people did not like it, and I here talk about it in great detail. So head over there. If you don't want to head over there, like I said before, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Let me know your thoughts. Peace out. I'm out.